What's up, everybody? It's 8 o'clock, and you already know what time it is. It is time for my show, The Mecca James Show. I give you fashion, politics, relationships, and everything in between. Tonight, people, we got a special show. I got comedian Andrew Schulz from the hit show MTV2, Guy Code, Girl Code, Guy Code, and he has a new show, The Hookup, and now he has a new show, Jobs That Don't Suck. I mean, the man is working. So I want everybody out there, follow me on Twitter, Mecca from Uptown. Follow me on Instagram, Mecca James. We're going to get into how he got started in the entertainment business, what he has going on next, and so much more. Before we go into that, because I see him on the line right now, I want to say mad shout-out to Erica Dixon from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She did her thing. She talked about her entrepreneur skills. You know, the new season of Love and Hip Hop ATL is going to be amazing. So thank you for Erica Dixon for coming on the show. Now we're going to get into it because this is one of my favorite shows on MTV2, Guy Code, and the man is working. The man got a lot of jobs going on. So we're going to give it up to my guest. Andrew Schulz is in the building. Hello?
Hello. Oh, yeah, I was just unmuted. What's up, Mecca?
What's going on?
Chilling. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Good. I just want to say thank you for coming on the show. It's been a minute. We was trying to get you on the show for a while now.
Yeah, I know. It's been like a year or something, probably.
I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. But before we go into the little Q&A and everything, I wanted to just tell you in general that Guy Code is one of my favorite shows on MTV. I've been watching that show since day one. When people didn't really know what it was, I was like, yo, you got to look at these guys. They're talking about relationships, sex, straight. You got to look at the show. And they're like, what? It's on MTV2. And I'm just promoting it like I'm getting a check.
Well, thank you so much. Probably the reason the show's been such a hit is because people have been promoting it like that, you know?
Yeah, it's a good thing.
At the beginning of the show, it was funny, Duval said this to me at the beginning of the show, like when the show first came out and was getting a lot of heat, he was saying, like, this is the type of show where everybody thinks they're the only one that watches this show. But it turns out a bunch of people watch it. And I think that just kind of kept on going and going. Like, everybody really personalized the show. They're like, oh, that's my show. Can I curse on this?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, they were just, yeah, that's my show. You know, I love that show, yada, yada, yada. And then it just kept on picking up steam. And it's crazy. We're doing a fourth season right now, and it's, you know, it just keeps on getting funnier, man. It's crazy.
I know, it's crazy. What I wanted to tell you is let everybody know where you're from. You're from NY, right?
From New York, Manhattan, born and raised.
That's what I'm talking about. So how did you get started? How did you get started in comedy?
Well, I was going to school on the West Coast. I was going to school at UC Santa Barbara. And basically I was managing a restaurant while I was finishing up school, and I had a comedy night. They asked me if I wanted to try it out. I had always loved comedy my whole life. I thought it was amazing. I never thought I would do it, but I always thought it was amazing. And they asked me to try it out. I said, fuck it. And I tried it out. I loved it. Moved back to New York about a month later and then just hit the comedy scene here hard. Kept trying to get funny. My only goal was, you know, to be funny. It wasn't to be on TV or any of that kind of stuff. I just wanted to get really good at stand-up comedy. And then that started to happen. And then, you know, I guess MTV caught wind of me and what I was doing. They put me on a New Year's Eve special, and then they auditioned me for Guy Code, and the rest is history.
It definitely is history. Who are some of, because you're real funny, like you come with the real, like you about relationships. I'll ask you some questions about that because me and my girls and all, the guys, we was all talking about that. But before we get into that, who are some of the comedians that you look up to?
My favorite comedian ever is a guy who passed away. His name is Patrice O'Neill, and he was the best for me. And then so I love Patrice, obviously Chris Rock. You know, Eddie Murphy. I like Louis C.K. I love Bill Burr, very funny guy. So, you know, those people are really the ones who kind of stick out for me.
Oh yes, those are some good ones. So, what was your reaction when you knew that you got cast for the show God Code? How did you feel about that? Where were you at? Do you remember?
I don't remember exactly where I was, but I'll be honest with you, I wasn't like crazy excited because I mean, obviously, I thought it was cool, but at the same time, I'm like, all right, this is a great show. It's on MTV2. Like, do people even watch MTV2? Like, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know that they were doing original programming. But I'm like, you know what? This fits my lane. It was funny. I had a talk with a talent person named Lauren Zins at MTV, and I told her in the talk, just randomly, I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm like the guy's guy, I'm the guy's opinion. That's the comedian I am, And I basically, I tell women what it's like to be a man, and I speak on behalf of dudes. And that happened in a meeting maybe a couple months before Guy Code even came out. So it's one of the things about like you putting something out there. They always say that shit about like put it out there in the universe, and then what happened? It's like I randomly just put it out there. I just felt like compelled in this meeting to say that, and boom, she asked me to do the show. So the show came out, and I was excited just because I got it, but I wasn't like, oh my God, this is, going to be such a huge hit. Yeah, like I didn't even think about it like that. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I'm going to work my ass off on this. And then I'll be honest, it wasn't until the second season was done till it really started to pop off. Like after the first season, people would recognize me a little bit here and there, but after the second season, it was like a
billboards
legit thing.
in Times Square, all of that.
Exactly, yeah. It was different. You're on a billboard in Times Square. People are stopping you in the streets and shit. It's like it was a whole different ball game, man. It was definitely the real deal. So I did not expect that at all.
Now we're gonna ask some questions. I saw you on Power 105. We're gonna ask you some relationship questions. What about yay or nay, and explain why? Sex on the first date, yay or nay? Would you do it? Explain why, yes or no?
I mean, of course I'd do it. You know what I mean? I'm not turning down pussy. That would never happen. But you'll never hear a guy say these words. We just met. That's never an excuse for us. But I mean, if I was a girl, I would never have sex on the first date. You've got to be crazy. I would only have sex on the first date if I didn't want a second date.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand.
You know what I mean?
So have you ever had sex on the first date and it comes out to a meaningful relationship?
Nope. Never.
Listen, people.
I had sex the next morning once, and it was a meaningful relationship, but that wasn't on the first date. And,
okay.
Yeah, but that wasn't like on the first date. But that was another crazy, situation. I'm in Barcelona. You know what I mean? It was like you never know what's going to happen. And, I mean, just look. Basically, what I'm saying is, for a girl, like you want to leverage sex. If I'm a girl, right? A guy, we don't fucking know anything. Like, here's the thing: we don't really know anything about you. You know what I mean? Like in one date. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, we don't really know like about you, like, and the reality is like you're not trained to win us over on personality because you don't have to, right? So it's like there's no sign that during the first date that we're not interested in you. We're probably not interested in who you are just yet, but that doesn't, you know what I mean? But it's hard for you to tell that, because we just want to sleep with you. So we're having fun. We're laughing at whatever you say. We're listening to whatever you say. We're just doing whatever it needs to happen to have sex with you, right? So we're not really getting to know you. We're just doing anything we can to fuck, right? So
exactly.
Yeah. So if you're a girl and you let us fuck, like, I don't know. I didn't learn anything about you. You know what I mean? I didn't really find out who you are. So when you ask me to hang out again, and I'm not thrilled to hang out again, right? It's because, I don't know anything about you yet. I was just thinking about fucking you the whole time. But if you make me wait a few weeks You know, you make me wait a month or some shit, you know. You make me wait until you're confident that I know who you are. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, I like this person. I want to spend some time with her. And then I'll have sex with you, and then maybe later that week I'll get some Knicks tickets, and I'll be like, I should take that girl to go see the Knicks. She told me she likes the Knicks. But if you let me fuck you the first time, I don't probably know that you like the Knicks. And even if you do, I'm just going to take my friend anywhere.
You listening, ladies? Ladies and gentlemen, it's true. It's true. We wanted to know, okay, we're going to go into relationships. Sex. It's
just like, this is the thing. Girls will get upset. They'll be like, well, why doesn't he want to hang out with me? The first time, he didn't want to hang out with you. He just agreed to hanging out to fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So you need to convince him that he should want to hang out without fucking. That's how cool you are. That's how interesting you are. That's how smart you are. That's how, just sporadic. What is it like? Spur of the moment. You just do anything. That's you're just this fun, exciting person. That's your job to convince us, right? Just like it's our job to convince you to even spend any time with us. So it's like, anyway, that's what I'm saying. So if I was a girl, I would not have sex on the first date because you gotta let me figure out who you are and why you're so cool and why you're so interesting. Let me fall for you. You know what I mean? Let me fall for you. I fell for the pussy when I saw you, but I need to fall for you. You know what I mean? Like, so don't confuse me falling for the pussy for me falling for you. But it takes me a little longer to fall for you than it does for fall for the pussy. I fall for the pussy on sight. You know what I
mean? Most men do. Okay, all men do. Not most. All men do.
Exactly. You don't need to convince us to fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? That it doesn't take, like, no girl is bragging about how she got a guy to sleep with. Oh, I got him to sleep with me. It's like, yeah, no shit. That's how things work. You know what I mean?
It's that easy. We want to know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go.
Okay. We want to know, you're in a relationship, a female, her menstruation come on, her period come on. Yay or nay sexually?
Yay or nay what?
Would you have sex with her?
Oh, have sex with her? Yeah, of course. I thought you were talking about eating it.
No. That's a whole nother level.
Well, yeah, but of course I have sex with her. Like, who fucking cares? It's fucking, you're going to take a shower anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the big deal?
It's not that deep. It's not that deep. People wanted to know, are you in a relationship?
Yeah, I've been with my girl for 3 years.
Okay, cool. I mean, so it's just like we just talk about relationships, fun things. What is the first thing you do when you get up? Because you got guy code, you got girl code, you got guy code. Now you have the hookup, jobs that don't suck. Like, what is your schedule like? It must be crazy.
Well, it depends. When we're filming, it's really crazy. But, when we're not filming, I'm mostly working on stand-up or preparing for other stuff. So my nights are late. I'm out late doing stand-up at night. And then I wake up at a reasonable hour and try to get some work done, be it on whatever project it is or some other stuff that I'm working on. And, but, yeah, I like to be busy. I don't like downtime. Downtime stresses me out. Downtime gives me anxiety.
Too much on your mind to think about when you have that downtime.
Exactly. I don't like to think. I like to do.
What are some things that you would say will be like a deal breaker in a relationship? Stink breath, not working. What's a deal breaker? Like, I can't rock with this chick.
Like if a chick has a cock, that's a deal breaker for me. Like if I found out that this girl had a dick, I'd be like, yeah, it's probably not going to work out between us. No. Let's see, deal breaker. Wow, that's a good one. She doesn't like to work. Well, I mean, hygiene, something. Maybe. I mean, if she was fat and I wasn't into her, like if I'm not physically attracted to you, I guess that's a deal breaker. Also, she was. There's this one girl who was like, she was mean to her dog. Like she wasn't really nice to her dog, and I was just like. I can't have kids with you, and you're fucking throwing your dog around the house. Like, what are you gonna do with our kids and shit? So that was definitely a deal breaker, you know, like being sweet, being nurturing, at least to, you know, as an individual. You know, your pussy probably can't stink. That's a deal breaker, you know. I mean, like, that should be taken care of.
That's obvious.
I'm trying to think. But yeah, I like girls who are like sweet and actually are like good people like that. I like good girls in that way. You know, and I like to make them bad girls, but I like them to be good initially. You know,
good girls, and you know, in public, but nasty girls in private. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, but like I like to make them nasty. Like I don't want them to come with the nasty already.
Okay. You want to break them in?
You know what I mean? Yeah, I want to break them in. Exactly. Yeah.
It's the Mecca James show, everybody.
Yeah,
I'm laughing because I
like buying new T-shirts. I don't like going to the thrift shop. You know what I mean? Like I like to know that armpit stain is my armpit sweat, not some other fucking dude that she went to college with. You know what I mean?
So you want low mileage on the day?
Exactly. I mean, I want no mileage. If it's up to me, there's nothing on it. I break that shit in.
We having so much fun on this show right now. We got to go into it because society is always talking about it. How does a woman know if they're wifey or a side chick? What are some points you could give them? Ladies, take notes out there.
If you're even questioning it, you're a side chick. Like, if that even goes into your mind, like, am I wifey or am I a side chick? You're a side chick. You're probably not even number two if you question it. Like, number two knows she's number two. You know, but like if you're not even sure where you are, then you're without a doubt a side chick. You know, come on. You know, I think if you want to be with a guy and find out what it is, then just ask him what the deal is. I think a lot of times women are really, you know, scared of like worrying a guy or scaring a guy off or these kinds of things. But it's just like, real respect yourself. If you don't want me to fuck anybody else, I'm fucking you. You have that right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you have that right. And if you think that you're really great, then just say that shit. Hey, I don't want to fuck you and you're fucking other people. So it's either me or nothing. Boom, done.
And keep it moving.
Put it on the line.
But some people disguise it.
Yeah, but because they don't think that they're worth it deep down. It's kind of sad, but it's like, if you think that you're worth it, then you won't play for that shit. But if you don't think you're worth it deep down, then whatever. But then again, there's also girls who don't want that, right? There's also girls that like the freedom of being a side chick. They don't want to be locked down in a relationship. They want to be able to play the field. Maybe they got a couple of guys that they're fucking, you know? So they're cool with being this guy's side chick. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I'm not judging, you know, that's your lifestyle. Those are your choices. You know?
Interested on the Mecca James show.
We will let you know when you're our girlfriend. Trust me, because if you're our girlfriend in our mind, we're gonna make for damn sure that you know it, so you act like it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like if we're committed, we're not fucking anybody else. That's a big thing for us. So we're not gonna just assume that you're doing that shit. We're gonna have a sit down where we're like, yo, I'm not fucking anything, so you ain't getting fucked, right? Like, I'm not fucking
this is me and you.
Exactly, yeah. So.
It happens so much like that.
Sure.
What are some comedians you would like to work with? Let's just talk about some things like that.
I'll be honest, I don't care to work with any comedian. Just because, I really don't. Just because stand-up is so, you know, like stand-up, you just do it by yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like we work together. If I was acting, then I'd love to work with a bunch of actors, you know, I guess. Actually, I don't even really think about it like that. I'd love to be in shows. There's shows that I think are really cool, but I don't really go, man, I can't wait to work with Jack Nicholson. He's such a great actor. You know what I mean? I don't really give a fuck about the actor as much as I do about, like, the project. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to be in True Detective, or I would love to be in The Wire, or I'd love to be in... You know, maybe, let me think of other shows that I think are really dope. You know, I think Homeland is really cool. I even fuck with Game of Thrones. I'm getting into Game of Thrones. Like, so I would love to be a part of those worlds, but I'm not, there's not one specific actor I just want to talk to. You know what I mean? Like, again, I don't know. Maybe I don't care about. Yeah, I don't know.
But that's good though. You not a fit. You just do your thing and you come on set like everybody else. So that's a good thing. I wanted to know what you're probably going to go into movies. Are you doing any movies? Any movie deals coming up for you?
I shot a film, I think it was last year, called Victor out here in L.A., an independent film. So we're waiting to see what's happening with that. They said it was coming out this year, so we got to, kind of wait and see with that one. And then I'm auditioning for stuff. I shot a TV pilot last year that did not get picked up. But yeah, I'm just auditioning, man. It's tough, You go out for these roles a lot of times. All the time pretty much you don't get it. So you just got to keep on going. And I want to write my own shit, to be honest with you. I want to have, I want to do my own. I'd like to do my own TV show. I'd like to have. I want to have my own show on HBO. Not a comedy, like a dramedy. And that's really what I want to do. And I'm just waiting to find out the right world for it.
I think you'd be perfect for that.
Hey, man, thank you. Let's hope HBO feels the same way as you. Oh,
yeah, definitely. What are, when people come up to you, what are some of the strangest things people say since you, quote-unquote famous now, like a girl or a line that you heard, you said, oh, my God, this is crazy. What line or something that you heard from somebody that was just crazy?
Well, I'll tell you the most common thing that I get told, most people are really surprised with my height. Most people assume I'm really small. I guess I look little on TV, but I'm 6'2", so when they see me, a lot of times.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Most people think I'm little. I'm probably the tallest person on Guy Code. Matter of fact, maybe.
Yeah, because Charlamagne was on my show. Charlamagne is shorter. So yeah, I think you would be.
Everybody thinks I'm short. Yeah. So anyway, so that's what they're mostly surprised. And then the second question I get is usually, so do you work with Melanie Iglesias a lot? That's what dudes will ask me. And I go, yeah, I guess we do work together. And then, I don't know, the weirdest thing I ever got asked, that's weird. Girls will say some wild shit. I'm trying to think of anything specific. But nothing too crazy. I think this kid asked for my number once. He was this young. He was 13 or 14. He was like, hey, man, what's up, young guy code? And I was like, yeah, thank you for watching. He's like, yo, can I get your phone number? And I was like, I don't know about all that, man. You know what I mean?
Follow me on Twitter.
Yeah.
You give him you can hit me on IG. Follow me on Twitter. Nah, I don't give up.
Yeah, I said, just hit me on Twitter, man. It sounds like that, man. Because that's a lot. Some people ask for follow backs, but a personal cell phone number, that's a little bit close.
How do you feel about the whole social media thing? I know you be on Twitter a lot. How do you feel about that? You like it? You love it? What?
Oh yeah, I love it. Just because I like distraction. So it's a great distraction, and then, but I like social media. I think people get a little sensitive on social media. I think, there's this hysteria that people, feed into on social media. They just go, oh, are we angry at this today? And then boom, everybody's angry without even researching anything or looking into it. So I think that's a little phony. I think people can be a little phony on that shit. Also think people talk a lot of shit on Twitter and Instagram.
They sure do.
They won't do shit. So I want to have a TV show where you get to confront your internet troll. They find his IP address and then you just get to knock on his door and then you guys get to fight.
That'll be the next thing to catfish. I would love to see that.
That'll be the shit. Wouldn't that be the shit? I would love that.
What? Oh my God! Did you hear about the thing with Wale? Wale was at I think it was WWF thing here in New York, and the guy was talking all the stuff about it. Wale was like, "Where you at, Rough Road?" And came up to him.
Yeah.
Would you do something like that? If somebody, would you do something like that?
If they wanted it, we could do it. I don't give a fuck. It's stupid. It's it's stupid because you can't really win in that situation. Like, I'm not rich enough where it's worth suing me. You know what I mean? You might get a couple $, but you're not gonna really get real money. Like, so, but like if you got real money, it's stupid to punch someone in the face. You got so much to lose. You're bugging if you do that shit.
Yeah, crazy. Now tell us about your 2 shows. The Hookup, I love. You just like on it. Tell us about the Hookup and Jobs Don't Suck.
Yeah, so the Hookup is finished. We finished the first season. So it was a dating show based on social media. And Jobs That Don't Suck, which is a show that we're promoting right now, is coming out the 16th of April at 11:30, right after Guy Code. It's a new season, season 4 Guy Code, and that's basically the opposite of Dirty Jobs, that show with Mike Rowe. This show is we basically, focus on people who got great fucking jobs. They either love their job or they just have a job that we think is really fucking cool. And we go over there, we talk to them, figure out what they do for a living, and, we speak to some people who have invented some shit that we think is really cool and just innovative and different. And it's just people doing things that are outside the box and then getting good money for it. And it's just trying to, we just trying to really show people that, the economy is not broken. You could go get a job. Matter of fact, you could do a job that you really love. You just got to be willing to bust your ass. So
absolutely, you got to do that one. Being a comedian, I know you have to have some side jobs. What are some jobs that probably suck? You're just like, yo, I can't stand this.
While I was a comedian, I really only worked in restaurants. So that was the only thing I had. I mean, I worked in restaurants. I worked for my folks a little bit. My parents had a ballroom dance studio, so I'd work for them a little bit. But yeah, like I just worked in restaurants. I managed a restaurant. Managing restaurants is fucking horrible because you're just like you're a babysitter for grown-ups. Nobody wants to be there. Everybody is. Nobody that works in a restaurant, that's their goal. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's like, I want to be a fucking waiter, or, I just want to be the guy who carries
a custodian
the kitchen to the table. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's dying to do that. They all want to be actors or actresses or musicians or painters or something, and that job allows them to pursue that other dream. So you're managing people that have no like stakes in their job. Like if they get fired, they're like, yeah, I'll just get another fucking job. Like no one cares to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Like I care to be on MTV, so I'm gonna be on my best behavior, and I want to fucking do my best and always want to kill it on every show that I'm on, right? But nobody's like preparing the night before to wait tables, like going over the menu and fucking carrying shit in their house, pulling it down so the martinis don't spill. You know what I mean? Like nobody's practicing being a waiter. So it's just a pain in the ass. You got to like tell adults to do their fucking job when they know they should be doing it. It's just horrible. So I did that, and then I was able to start working as a comedian. So that was really that, and working for my parents were really the only shitty jobs I had while trying to be a comedian.
Oh man, this is the last question, and then we're going to give you social media. Who are some of the people like on Guy Code and Guy Court do you click with outside of the show? Like you go to Caroline's or go out to drinks. Who are some of the people you hang with on a regular?
I mean, me and Charlamagne are boys. We got a podcast that we do together called Brilliant Idiots, and that comes out every week. And that's my dude. That's a really good dude. Duval is just hysterical to me. Whenever he's in town, I try to kick it with him. He's just real funny. I just get along with him. I vibe with them. Me and Damian Lemon have been buddies from before Guy Code. We were doing stand-up comedy together. So, that's my dude. Obviously, I like Chris. Chris, I pretty much knew more through Guy Code than I did through anything else. And then the guys that are in New York are good dudes that I see at the comedy clubs. Jermaine Fowler, Dan Soder, all those people. So there's a bunch of really good dudes that are on the show. But as far as like hanging out in my personal time, probably more Charlamagne.
Yeah, because I see the Instagram pictures of you and Charlamagne always hanging out and stuff like that. So thank you for coming on the show. Thank you so much because you are one of my favorite comedians. put out your social media. Let people know where to find you. Where's your next show going to be? Let everybody know that.
Yeah, my name is, my Twitter name is Andrew Schulz, and that's SCHULZ. And same for Instagram. And let's see, I'll be performing, well, I'm out in L.A. right now. I'll be at Truman State University in Missouri on Friday, and then I've got to come back out to L.A. for the movie awards. Then I come back into New York. So I'll be out of town for a little bit. But when I'm in New York City, I perform every single night at the comedy clubs in New York. And when I'm on the road, you can check my Twitter, my Instagram, my website for, all my road dates. My website is www.theandrewschulz.com. That's THEAndrewschulz.com. And, thank you so much for having me, Mecca. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Could you just do a drop for me? It's the Mecca James Show, and you say your name. That'll be perfect, and we can be out of here.
All right.
You can go now.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, this is Andrew Schulz, and you're listening to the Mecca James Show.
That's right, everybody. Geico, Andrew Schulz was in the building. I'm telling you, ladies that was in the chat room listening, side chicks, wifey, having sex on the first day. Everybody that knows me personally know I love Geico, so I'm so happy that Andrew Schulz was on the show. We're going to give you some music. We're going to give you some Mac Wow, and we're going to come back with some more. It's the Mecca James Show, everybody.